Would everyone please be seated? Good afternoon. How's everyone doing today? Good. All right. Welcome to Senior Services of Southwest Michigan. It is a great day today at Senior Services. We're all very excited you could be here today to be a part of it. My name is Brian Penny, and I have the distinct pleasure of introducing to you our current board chair of Senior Services, Laura Davenport.
Thank you, Brian, and welcome, everyone. This is just a tremendous celebration for our whole community. And on behalf of Senior Services, I would like to welcome you on behalf of the agency, Senior Services of Southwest Michigan, and the Board of Directors. Thank you for being here with us and joining us in this celebration. It is truly an honor to have you join us, and we also appreciate your ongoing support. I would like to take a moment to recognize some of our attendees. First, all of our current board and committee members. If you would rise. Current people. Thank you. Thank you all. And next, all of our former board and committee members, you have done so much to get us to this point. If you would please rise if you've been on the board or one of our committees. Thank you. We also have some esteemed government officials we would like to recognize. I would like to ask them to stand when your name is called, and also ask that we hold applause until all recognitions are complete. Kalamazoo County Commissioner Nasim Ansari, Kalamazoo City Commissioner Bob Cinnabro, Kalamazoo County Sheriff Rick Fuller, Mayor of Kalamazoo Bobby Hopewell, Kalamazoo County Commissioner Idem Brandt, State Representative Matt Laurie. Thank you. State Representative Sean McCann. Kalamazoo City Commissioner Barbara Miller. State Representative Margaret O'Brien. Kalamazoo County Commissioner Julie Rogers. State Senator Tanya Shoemaker. Kalamazoo County Commissioner Michael Seals, former 59th District State Representative St. Joseph Commissioner Rick Schaefer. Thank you all for your ongoing support. We would also like to recognize our valued partnering agencies. We do a lot of collaborative work in the community to serve our most vulnerable people and always serve with dignity and grace. So as I call the partnering agencies, if you would stand and then we can recognize everyone at the completion of that. CEO of Center Care, the PACE organization, Rod Otten. Kalamazoo County Administrator Peter Batani. Aging and Home Services of Northeast Indiana Incorporated, former Senior Services Executive Director Connie Benton Wolf, CEO of Disability Network Southwest Michigan, Joel Cooper, Executive Director of St. Joseph County Commission on Aging, Lynn Corsi, publisher of Spark Magazine, Steve Ellis, Executive Director of 3B Area Agency on Aging, Carla Fales. Director of Covenant Senior Day Program, Lauren Fitzmaurice. Calhoun County Senior Millage Program Manager, Carl Gibson. Calhoun County Board Commissioner Chair, Art Kale. Director of Loaves and Fishes, Ann Lipsey. Community Investment Office, Kalamazoo County Foundation, Bobby Luce. CEO of Hospice Care of Southwest Michigan, Gene Mayo. Chairman, Michigan Commission on Services of the Aging, Harold J. Mast. CEO of Kalamazoo Community Mental Health, Jeff Patton. President of Benefits Planning Group, Robin Pfeiffer. Director of Region 3A Area Agency on Aging, Judy Civic. Director of Development, Salvation Army, Craig Smith. Director Health Officer at Kalamazoo County Government, Linda Vale. Account Executive at United Healthcare, Guy Walter. Bronson Administrative Director, Rhonda Yellig. And President of MRC Industries, Chris Ziegler. Thank you all. So it takes a community like this, like our government officials, partnering agencies, volunteers, to serve and have the richness that we do have in this community, serving our most vulnerable population. I think day in and day out, over the past 50 years, we can look back and say, is Kalamazoo better 50 years later than it was 50 years ago? And I think it is, because we have a safety net and we have a network of people who come together and care and look beyond the greater scope of Kalamazoo neighborhoods and populations and reach out and serve. And we see this day in and day out. And I think that's what makes Kalamazoo and Southwest Michigan a great place to live. And I think it's recognized across the nation that we have a bubble of safety here for some of our most needy people. And I almost said patients, I'm a nurse, you can probably tell. But our most needy people, and we take care of people. And I think when we do that, we get a lot in return. We get the relationships that we have with you all. We get the relationships with the people that we work with. So I thank you, and I thank you for coming here and being with us to enjoy this celebration. The weather is great, and we are on a very minute-by-minute time schedule, so I'm going to turn the podium back over to Brian, and thank you.
Thank you, Laura. All right, this is kind of reminds me of a magic show in here. No one wanted to sit in the front row. I'm not going to ask for any volunteers. 50 years, that's a long time. How many of you can remember what life was like 50 years ago? A few of you. Okay, I couldn't. I wasn't born yet. So I Googled it. And I came up with some pretty interesting factoids for you. Of course, the year was 1963. Lyndon Johnson was just sworn into office after the assassination of John F. Kennedy. The Beatles invasion just hit America. Minimum wage at that time was $1.25 an hour, which wasn't too bad because you can get a gallon of gas for 30 cents a gallon. The top TV shows at that time on the tube was Mr. Ed and Gunsmoke. The lava lamp and the hula hoop was just made available, and the average price of a home was around $18,000. Sounds like a much simpler time back then, doesn't it? But even back then, the aging population was facing many unmet needs, and at that time, 4 individuals, Doctors Leonard Kircher and Leonard Granat, along with Helen Coover and Pauline Allen, incorporated senior services to begin meeting those needs in 1965. What began as 2 home-centered programs included Meals on Wheels and a friendly visitor program for lonely seniors has now grown into 21 programs, all with one mission: to enhance and promote the independence and well-being of aging adults with disabilities, and those who care for them. From our grassroots of operations in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which began at the Lilac Cottage and then moved to the Rickman House, to our present location here at the Helen Coover Center, We have grown over those 50 years to become the most comprehensive organization caring for elderly anywhere in America. And it would not have all been possible without all of you, the community. Our community partners, our volunteers, all of our staff, and our partnering agencies. Without you, 50 years would not have been possible. And I think all of you deserve a big round of applause for that. All right, right now we're going to take a short break, so if you'll please remain seated, we will resume in just a few moments.